Alright guys, good morning and welcome back to the channel. So the mission for today is to get the entire right side of the truck done in the new color PPF. The Urban Bamboo color is looking insane on the Tundra. It's an OEM Porsche color for those who are new, which is pretty unique having an OEM Porsche color on a Toyota truck. Also too, yeah, this is how I park my truck in the garage every single day. So if you are new to the channel, it's how we do it over here, man. We just gotta gangster it in because yeah, going straight in, it doesn't fit, it hits the wall. So I'm gonna start off with the bumper corner here, get that part finished out, and that way I can throw the fender flare back on and get that whole section finished out. Have the bedside there connect with the bumper corner. And then what I definitely need to do is get some tint on these taillights after the wrap is done, because the color here and the super bright taillights don't really flow together at all. Leave the bumpers here, the bumper caps here in chrome, and I think that'll look super dope with the new color along with the machine wheels that have that chrome center cap. I think it's all gonna come together really, really well. I'm using literally no heat right now at all. To show you guys how pliable this material is, I'm pretty impressed with how much it stretches without using any heat, and how thick it is. That's actually insane for a PPF. Like it's pretty wild, man. Let's see if we can do this entire bumper without any heat at all. That would actually be nuts. No promises, but let's see if we can do it. Executed flawlessly right there, look at that. Look at that, no, almost no tension down there because I pulled it linear with the bottom edge. Wow, dude, that's wild. Okay, so I didn't use any heat at all. That's crazy. Cut the parking sensor out, and now I'm letting it sit for a few minutes to see if there's gonna be any like major shrinking back. All right guys, now I'm gonna lay a piece on the top here of the bumper. That way there's no overstretch. Doing a separate piece is going to ensure that it lasts. So my plan for the cab is to do the side here in two separate pieces like I've done before, because the roll is only 60 inches tall and the side of the truck here is more than 60 inches. So I'm gonna utilize that body line right there to run a separate piece from that edge down and then another piece from that edge on up. So what I'm doing here is pre-cutting the material and saving that piece I'm cutting off for another part of the truck. Jake also stopped by to say what up and help me out. What up, Jake? And now what I'm doing is laying down some knifeless cutting tape there on the bottom portion of the cab. Again, I'm doing the cab in two separate pieces from top to bottom. And that's because the roll of material is only 60 inches in height and the side of the cab is more than 60 inches. Therefore, I'm breaking it up into two parts from top to bottom. But anyways, yeah, the knifeless cutting tape is laid down first, then the PPF went on top of that. And what that does is give me the ability to cut through the PPF without using a blade on the actual paint. So I squeegee down the PPF there onto the door and the rocker, and then I sliced through the PPF using the knifeless cutting tape, giving me a nice clean cut without using any sort of cutting tools on the actual paint. And I wasn't sure if it would slice through the PPF here because it is a thicker material than vinyl wrap, and knifeless tape is mainly used for vinyl wrap, but it cut through it just fine, and that was awesome right there. So went ahead and knocked out the front half of the lower portion of the cab, and then moved on to the upper half after doing some preparation there, removing the handles and whatnot, and got the whole side done just like that. So pretty straightforward. So removing the door panel is pretty easy. In order to get to the handle on the outside, we have to remove the door panel here to access the bolt holding that down. Pop this off, there's one screw in there. And then there's one down there as well. Pull that little felt pad off, and it's down there. And then this little cover off, pull that off as well. And then we have a screw in there too. And then the majority of the door is held on by clips. So let's pull it off, and we'll have access to the back of the outer door handle. All right guys, got the cab all prepped up for the wrap. Got the handles out and the knifeless cutting tape laid there on the bottom, on the cab corner, and there up top as well. I'm gonna leave that A-pillar right there. black. And yeah, pretty much good to go. So it's time to get to peeling and get to laying down some wrap, or PPF. PPF, my bad. One of the most satisfying things when wrapping is using knifeless cutting tape to slice through the wrap without using a blade. Nice and clean. Just like that, dude. Oh my freaking goodness, bro. This color pops like crazy. Watch, ready? So over here, it's kind of green, right? But then watch, wait for it. Come over here and oh wow, that's, yeah. It's got some flair to it now, man. We're not done quite yet. I'm like 95% done. Well, I have like 2 panels to go on the other side actually still too. But as far as like everything else, it's pretty much done. There are a few more things I'm gonna add to it, like the spoiler here. I thought that'd be a cool look having that left in the gloss black, the factory black to match the roof, the handles, the mirror base, and all that good stuff right there. But I'm kind of feeling like it's a little too busy here in the back now because we have the chrome going on and the matte black look there on the plastic trims, then the urban bamboo, and then yeah, the piano black is just too much going on back here. And yes, I know, trust me, I know the taillights definitely need some tint for sure, because that bright red look is just not quite it. Hold on, we got a truck passing. Yeah, that bright red is just a little too aggressive now with this color. These two just don't really, they don't get along. It's just not a good combo. That like urban bamboo bright like gold color, it's so pop. It's so pop. What am I saying right now? Got a lot of pop, and I feel like it's just too much brightness going on together. So once I kind of smoke those out and darken that red a little bit, then I look a lot better. But yeah, I think having the spoiler just wrapped up to match the body so it flows in better with the bedside, I think that like that bed line right there, and yes, the trims aren't back on as of yet because I'm not done yet. I was still kind of on the fence of if I want to leave that black or match it, or maybe get rid of the chrome, you know, match that in the urban bamboo. But then I was like, nah, we'll get rid of that because I love the way the chrome kind of bounces off the wheels. And yeah, I'm not a fan of chrome. I don't like chrome ever. I never am a fan of chrome. I always either get my truck without chrome on it from the factory, or if it has chrome, I either color match it or I black it out. I was like, you know what, let's try something new and leave the chrome and see how it comes out. And yeah, it's treating me right for sure, because I feel like it just flows really well. From the grill surround here to the KMCs, they have that chrome center cap on them right there. And that also ties in with the headlights really well too, because within the headlight housing, I have this kind of chrome look in there and kind of all in there. So sort of all throughout the headlight assembly has a lot of chrome look in there. So it kind of goes with the chrome grill surround really well. I'll paint the badge once I do the entire grill, because I am going to do the entire grill in a gloss black paint, right? So I'm gonna get rid of the plastic look here on the front end. I'm gonna sand all that smooth from the grill all the way down to the valance down there. Sand it all smooth and hit it with a gloss black. Same with the fender flares as well. And then have everything kind of flowing together a lot better, because I am leaving the roof in gloss black, the mirror base in gloss black as well. But what I'm gonna do today is go back home and do the mirror caps, and then we'll wrap up the spoiler there on the tailgate. Wrap up these pillars here on the front and these mid pillars right here in the urban bamboo to match the body of the truck, something kind of unique, because every Tundra from factory, these new 2022 and up Tundras, they all have the pillars left in black. No matter what color you get from the factory, that part right there is always gonna be black right there and right there, right? So what I'm gonna do is match that in the urban bamboo and give it kind of more of a unique look, give it more of that like that color on the body. And I think that'd be a pretty you know, pretty cool little addition. So in the next video, we'll do that in preparation for Vegas. We're going to Vegas actually for SEMA the day after tomorrow. So I'll have all that done, and the windshield tint, which I'm doing on the windshield, I'm doing a chrome, like a reflective, chromey, like colored tint. It'll be light, nothing crazy, but I'm doing it myself. As you guys know, I did the window tint here on my truck myself for my first time doing it like successfully, because I don't do tint. I don't do wet installs normally. It's not really what I'm good at, but I'm gonna do that myself, and then I'll also do the taillight tint, and then also wrap up the pillars and have this thing ready. Hopefully one more thing too I can squeeze in there before heading off to Vegas for SEMA the day after tomorrow, and then we'll be good to go. So that'll be awesome right there. But yeah, today I'll do the mirror caps, which will look actually a lot different than it does right now. So it'll be pretty cool right there to add that to it. And then the spoiler on the tailgate. Hopefully I have enough material left behind, because I didn't realize when I got the roll of PPF here that it'd be a 50-foot roll. A full roll of it is 50 feet as compared to a full roll of vinyl wrap, which is normally going to be 75 feet. So yeah, I had to be pretty conservative with the material. I'm a huge fan of greens and blue wraps. I did the Raptor in that blue color, the SR5 Tundra that I had in the sky blue color, and then peeled it off, and then did the Verde Solaris, which was very similar to this, you know, new color right here. But this one here is definitely a little bit lighter when the sun hits it right. The main difference is definitely the shine you get out of it, and of course how thick it is. So it's going to offer a lot more protection. It's just going to overall perform better. It's hard to convey to you guys on camera like how good the shine is. Vinyl wrap is normally going to have an orange peel look to it in my experience of using gloss wraps, compared to the PPF here, which has almost no orange peel look to it at all, which is really cool. You can't see any orange peel in it at all. It's super, well, a very, very, very slight amount. Like if you look for it, you can find it, but it's a much deeper shine. It looks a lot better than a vinyl wrap. And then also it's going to self-heal as well. To what degree will it do that? I have no idea. We'll find out pretty soon, but yeah, overall, just a better quality material than a vinyl wrap. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna be like, comments are always very funny, because the comments are always the ones that show their hate for the most part. The views are always the ones that, you know, support whatever it is, but like the comments love to just kind of voice their opinions, which are usually pretty negative, and I honestly don't really read them, but when I used to read them more, they were never that good. It's all good though. We all have our opinions. This is my truck. If you want to wrap your own truck or not wrap your own truck a different color, hey, that's your truck, but this is my truck right here, man. So I'm gonna do with it what I want, man. I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, the black just looked really sleek, right? It was a very nice look, but I get bored of stuff like that, and doing something like this, especially when the color changes so much. The truck always looks different. To me, it's really fun. Also really fun, like conversation starter. It's just a cool little talking point to people that walk up to me sometimes. They're like, yo, is that a factory color or is that like a custom paint job? And I'm like, no, it's a giant vinyl wrap. Also to the kids freaking love it. Dude, the kids are always going crazy. And I know what it's like to be that kid, because I was that kid too. When I was younger, I was that same kid rolling the window down in the backseat of my parents' car and freaking out over a cool truck. So to me, it's really cool to be on the other side of that. So that's also really dope in itself, man. But yeah, let's head home now and finish out the spoiler, and then do the mirror caps. And then in the next video, I'll do the pillars, the mid pillars right here and the front pillars. And then, who's this? I don't know who this guy is, but oh, it's wrap.
All of it?
So I just finished, well, I'm still finishing it, but this side's done if you want to see it. That there is my exact point. People always pull over to show either curiosity or show love to it, or ask if it's a paint job or a factory color. People are always very curious about how these like crazy colors happen. So that guy was super cool. He was like, is that a paint job or a vinyl wrap? And I was like, well, I just said vinyl wrap because I don't want to elaborate on PPF in that moment while he was driving, but yeah, it's always really fun to talk about it. Now I can't confirm, I don't know for sure, but I think I heard somewhere that the PPF adds like 10 horsepower to the wheels. So, you know, I don't know. It could be true. It might not be. I don't know, but it could be, but it might not be. It probably isn't true, but it's okay. It's all placebo, it doesn't matter. All right, guys, so I'm gonna wrap the mirror caps here first, and I'm gonna do it in 2 separate pieces using knifeless cutting tape there to create a seam right about there. So I'll do one piece here as an inlay, and then another piece here on the rest of the mirror cap to avoid there being any overstretch, because it is a pretty round mirror. Even though it's a pretty minor detail, wrapping the mirror cap up there, it's not a very large panel, but it's gonna be pretty effective in making the truck look quite a bit different. because as of right now, the mirror kind of just, it being black it's not as obvious, right? It doesn't stand out as much. And so that being color matched is gonna make it a lot more obvious and make the truck look kind of wider in a way. Such a better look. Now it's more uniform with the truck. And also in that two-tone, I love the two-tone to it, how the mirror cap is the urban bamboo and the base of it is the black. And then it kind of matches the two-tone in the doors with the handles being black and the rest of it being urban bamboo. So yeah, super, super clean. Came out really good. So that part's done. I'll do the driver's side as well. And then I'm gonna hop to the tailgate and finish out the spoiler. And that'll pretty much be it for tonight. Oh yeah, that's a way, way better look right there, dude. Just way more uniform, cleaner, and just a lot less busy. It's looking right. So the mirror cap is definitely peeling. So I'm gonna have to redo that in 3 pieces just because it's so round. And then I'll finish out the left side of the cap here. And then in the next video, do the taillight tint, windshield tint, pillar wraps, and hopefully squeeze one more thing in there as well before heading off to Vegas for SEMA. Because when you pull up to SEMA, man, you gotta be looking right. You can't be looking goofy. So we got to get her looking right, man. It's gonna be a pretty short trip to Vegas because the group's schedule is only kind of lined up for everyone going together for 2 days and only hitting SEMA 1 day this year. And then yeah, Vegas for 2 days, and that'll be fun. Can't wait. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, but see you guys on the next one very soon.